Welcome to Happy Trails Hiking. On this station, you'll find content about park travel as well as living a healthy lifestyle. My name is Kay, and I am a professional traveler as well as a videographer, editor, and entrepreneur. If you're new to this channel, I would invite you to stick around, hang out, find out a little bit more about what we're about, because today we're talking about road trip safety. So, I do want to welcome the folks who are in the room already for this live stream. If you are watching the replay, please leave a comment down below. Let me know that you're here. And good morning to Desmond Stonders, Outdoor Nomad, Lori Bryant, Dr. Cliff Reiser, as well as Inspired John. Thank you all for being here. Today we're going to talk about road trip safety. So this is a new thing. We've talked about road trips and things that you need for road trips and all sorts of stuff on Travel Tuesday. And so the world has changed, and we're now talking about what things are going to look like when we start traveling again and when we start going again. We're not going to be talking about RVing today. We're going to be talking about going somewhere in your car and staying in hotels or, staying in lodges, staying not in your own space. So I have a trip that I've planned. We had it planned for April, and we've now changed it to September. We were going to fly, and now we're going to road trip it. And so I've been thinking a lot about what we're going to do, what we need and what we should take, and how to be safe on road trips. So I'm going to kind of go over some of those things that you need to think about for road trip safety today. First thing that I want to say is when you're thinking about your road trip, you need to plan your route and plan it carefully. Not just plan, where are the interstates and what are my connections and which exits do I have to get off on, but plan, where are my stops? How often do I need to get out of that car and go to the bathroom? How often am I going to need to get gasoline? Where are those places that are available to do those things? Are rest areas open? That's something to ask. I mean, are rest areas open, or are they only open for truck drivers? Are gas stations open for you to go inside? Yes, gasoline isn't essential, but the convenience store isn't necessarily essential. So does that mean that your stop for gas is just a stop for gas? You won't have a bathroom to use. So how do you plan for those things? Well, first you look at a map or Google Maps or whatever and figure out your route. And then you say, okay, where are my rest stops? And you can do that various and sundry ways. Google Maps will find rest stops for you. Matt and I have a GPS that is our RV GPS, and it lays out where those rest stops are. And I will take it on our road trip this year. So another way you can do that is to look at your route and say, okay, there's a little town up here that is, at my stopping point. It's got a gas station, so on and so forth. You can actually contact the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Lots of little towns have them. And if that little town doesn't have them, or even bigger towns, then the county usually has a Convention and Visitors Bureau, and you can contact them. Look on their website. They're going to tell you what's open. That's their job. That's what they get paid to do, is to tell you where you can go. So that is a tip. Plan your road trip. Know where you can stop, and know where the bathrooms are. Know where everything that you need is. I do want to say hello to Sloan's Wilderness Expeditions. It's good to see you. And Gemma's Journey Grace. Thank you for joining us today. We're talking road trips today. I do want to let you know that this show is brought to you by our Amazon store, and you can find all those fancy things at happytrailshiking.com/store. And it's got our link to our Amazon store as well as links for just those Amazon affiliate links as well. So, but yes, you can find those at our website, and I just updated it this morning. If you are interested in being a show sponsor, I do have that available, and I'll be happy to shout out your channel on all of my social media this week and promote your content just a little bit. And Gemma says that she shared this out on her community tab, and I appreciate that so much, Gemma. You are a good friend. All right, good morning. All right, and Inspired John is saying, thumbs up, toilets. Yes, know where those are. It's important. Okay, so know where you're planning to go. Know where you can get gasoline. One of the neat tools that we've added to our car recently, when we go, even for the day or for a few hours, is this lovely stylus. There we go. And it's got one of those little touchpad things. Use this for the gas pump. Okay? You can put in your debit card and all that stuff and then use this. Sloan says, hi, Kay, you're killing my spontaneous road trip vibe. I understand. Me too. Me too. And super sticker, super chat from John. Thank you so much, John. You're awesome, and I appreciate you. Yes. So I understand that I'm killing your spontaneous road trip. So here's what I want you to think about, though, is if you have some of these things, you're going to be prepared, even if you don't know exactly where you can stop. Now, if you have to make an emergency on the side of the road pee stop, then do it. But hopefully planning will be a little bit more helpful. So this for your gasoline stops or ATM stops or anything else where you need to push buttons, you know? Okay. These face masks are going to be, this one's matte. It's bigger than I would have. But anyway, you need to have these in your car. Just put them in your car. Well, when you're packing your car to go, put these in your car. These are from Kurt Zitzelman at Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, by the way. He is selling masks. They do not have the filters in them, but they do have the pockets to add the filters. So that is very cool. All right. Now, other things that you want to think about. We always think about water when we're on our trips, you know, hiking, backpacking, all that stuff. Pack your own home water. Pack your own home water. Because getting sick from drinking weird water is really the last thing you want to do on a road trip. Pack your own water. And I would pack 3 of these for every person that's going to be in my car. Let's see. Outdoor Nomad says toilet equals trees. Yes, the facilitrees are an option, but sometimes not the best option. Let's put it that way. All right. So the other thing that you want to think about is having a multi-tool. So this one I got, and it just kind of stays in the car, but I got it when I worked at Lowe's, and I won it for doing training, I think. But anyway, just have a multi-tool with you and a flashlight in your car. It's good to have, just good to have, right? And not for any specific thing, but just good to have a little multi-tool with a knife and a screwdriver and pliers and things like that. Mongo Moyers is here. Thank you for coming. I saw you. Hello. It says hello, all you amazing people. Cool. It's good to see you. Lori says stylus pen, check. Masks, check. Water from home, check. And Sloan's Wilderness Expedition says he likes facilitries. Yes, that's a thing. Susan's Creative is here. Oh my goodness, it's good to see you, Susan. Thanks for being here. Multi-tool and flashlight. And Desmond Saunders playing with the check as well to say trees. You don't need to bring a tree with you. And Mongo is here to support. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. All right, so something else that I am going to start packing with me is a grabber. I hadn't thought about a grabber tool thing before, but it'll keep me from having, I can pick up litter again. Every time we stop at a rest area or whatever, I normally would pick up trash and put it in there. That brings me to another thing, gloves, like security gloves or plastic gloves. If you have plastic gloves, that would be a good thing to add to your list. And Lori is making the list. Grabber tool. Thank you. All right. So I already said masks, but hand sanitizer. You know, all those hand sanitizers that you get for free going to places and conferences and things, I've been finding and collecting all of them from bags and conference stuff. I didn't actually think I would ever need them. Well, I need them now. This goes in your car and you add that. Anyway, Mongo says awesome necklace. Thank you. It's tiger. Matt got me a tiger. Several years ago. It's been about 18 years ago. But anyway, Food Forest Permaculture is here. Hello. It's good to see you, Howie. Thanks for coming. All right. So hand sanitizer. If you have hand wash or hand soap, that would be good as well. So, and one thing that is on my list at happytrailshiking.com/store is a new item for our thing, and Lori actually introduced me to this, but it's a 3-day emergency response kit. And in this emergency response kit, and really, they're available on Amazon right now, which is really cool. Like I said, this is brought to you by my Amazon store, because that's the thing that's really making me money right now. Susan's Creative says hand sanitizer is also good for a quick refresh when your deodorant stops working. Just saying. You know, that you do what you gotta do, right? So inside this 3-day kit is a mask. I don't know if they'll still be in there, but this one was. An emergency thermal blanket, an emergency poncho, a little first aid kit that has Band-Aids in it, basically. Then there's aspirin and some other stuff in there. So, light sticks, so glow sticks, a whistle, which is always good for emergencies, and then towelettes, and then water supply, drinking water, actual drinking water. Now, it does expire. I don't know if you knew that water expires, but water expires. But you could use this for hand washing if you've got your own water. But there are several packets of water in here, and a food bar, a food ration. So, I haven't tasted it, but I'm sure it's fine. It doesn't tell me what kind of food ration it is, but it's a food ration and it's calories. Food Forest Permaculture says nice kit. Thank you. Emergency first aid kit. Yes, Lori, I thank you for doing all that. Boil it if it's expired. Good deal. And Diebel Frog 79, Uncle Al is here and says hello. And he's waiting in the doctor's parking lot. Now I gotta figure out how to repack all that so that it goes back in there. But so that would be something that I would have in the car on a road trip so that you can just have it. Just be there and have it. What other things are you thinking of adding to your road trip kit when you're going places? My biggest, like I said, my biggest thing is a plan, and then knowing where to stop, because that has been in the travel community, that's kind of been the thing that we have been talking about, is that we've been, you know, where do you stop? So there's all they've canceled festivals and things like that around the Midwest, because like small town festivals. But for instance, there's a tulip festival up in Iowa, in a very not big town. It's a town, not a city. It's not even a small city, but they canceled the tulip festival, but the tulips bloomed anyway, so people showed up to see them, you know, because you had to plant the tulips long before there was a problem, and the tulips do what tulips do, you know, and so people showed up, but all the bathrooms were closed, all the restaurants were closed, all the everything was. There's I don't know how many grocery stores there are, but not many, so everything was closed, and all these people showed up to the town. So what are they going to do now? And yeah, they had a big problem. So that's a big conversation that we're having in the travel industry is, yeah, if you travel, then, you know, how are you going to know what to do and know where to go? An interesting email that I got from Missouri State Parks yesterday was that they're opening a couple of the state parks that have been closed due to the fact that they were too crowded. So they were like, okay, there's no place, or there's no way for people to social distance here. They closed them. Well, they opened up yesterday, and then they put out these guidelines, and so keep a minimum of 6 feet, avoid crowded areas and groups in parks, right? Stay close to home. Stay close to home and travel with only those from your household. Wash your hands often. Come prepared and carry hand sanitizers, soaps, wipes, and water. You can't find any wipes around our area right now. Share the trail and warn others of your presence if you pass them. Avoid touching your face, handshakes, and hugs. Cover your mouth, blah, 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 blah. Pack out what you pack in. This has been a big problem in our parks. I don't know if that's something that people just normally do when they're outside and just throw crap on the ground. Don't do that. And then be kind and considerate of others. The one that got me was the stay close to home and travel only with those from your household. The stay close to home part is the part that's hard. Dr. Cliff Reiser says, my trip was officially canceled yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm hearing a lot of that. Rachel says, she likes how you describe a town. I bet my city is smaller than it. It could be. Lori said, for when you get into the motel, disinfecting wipes for the remote, the phone, other high-touch things. Yes, we didn't even talk about hotels. I'm sorry. We should have. So every hotel is now going to have their own set of policies. Make sure that you make your reservations before you go, because they may not be open. Also, restaurants and things in the area where you're going. It's very good to check with those convention and visitors bureaus to make sure, find out which restaurants are going to be open. So, yes, make sure that you do that. And if you don't have like sanitizing wipes, I'm going to start carrying the bottles of spray, like spray Clorox, spray Lysol, things like that, and paper towels or tissues with me when I go. So, also, if you happen to have toilet paper, I would take it with you in the car at this point. Rachel says, masks, wipes, antibacteria is my current work catalog. Yes, that's true. They're open at parks in my area, which is Canada for Susan, but not the washrooms. I guess you can only stay an hour or so. And that's happening for us too. And she also says pet peeve is disposable gloves. We saw more masks, those just paper masks, on the ground when we were out shopping the other day. I'm like, really? What are you doing? I agree. What's wrong? And Dr. Cliff says wilderness areas in Florida are open but to non-motorized use only, and state parks in lower density areas are partially open. I think 80 out of the 175, but none in my area yet. Got it. Can we find spray Lysol? I haven't seen any in 2 months. Okay, I found like the squirt bottles of Clorox, like Clorox cleanup and things. I've found that in the last little bit. So like we have some foaming cleanser and things like that. I haven't found like any of the aerosol spray stuff, but I don't normally use that, so it's not something that I would look for. And Lori says, I carry wet ones or baby wipes in my computer backpack. That's a good thing. I've also seen some of those like shower towels for backpacking and things that people have used, thrown into backpacks and put in travel things. So that's a good thing. And Rachel's bored of her cleaning routine now, so I'm sorry. And yeah, I understand. I think that's about all I would have. So yes, make sure that you know where you're going to go, and make sure that the hotels that you would like to stop in are open. So that probably means you're going to want to have reservations. They're going to have a lot of new protocols. Make sure that you know those and feel comfortable with those. Yeah, to get your emergency kits. Make sure you have your masks or a face covering of some shape, form, or fashion. Wash your hands often. Do your hand sanitizers, and make sure that you bring your own water from home. And your new favorite tool at the gas station is going to be your gloves and your stylus pen. So I don't have much else for you guys today. I appreciate your attention and your conversation today. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. And until next time, do a couple things for me. One, come back and make a comment. Let YouTube know that I'm doing stuff that you like. If you think of something that you would like to add to the conversation, I am more than happy to hear it in the comments. So thank you all for being here. And until next time, go out and live the life you love. Stay safe. And remember, you are not replaceable. Have a good day, guys.